Art is a universal language. It's approachable. We understand it. When you're listening to music, when you're watching someone dance, it's a way to engage with a culture that's less academic and more human-based.
Before there was a Colorado, southern part of Colorado were once part of Spain, then Mexico. So historically, we have been connected for generations.
The Mexican Cultural Center really exists to introduce people to the incredible vibrancy of culture in Mexico.
People in Colorado were one day Spanish, the next day were Mexican, and the next day were American. And they say we never crossed the border crossed us.
Marcela's leadership and her vision are remarkable. She has a way of identifying ways to partner that benefit the greater community.
I'd like to bring people together. I think when you sit at a table, you start the conversation out of willingness and mutual trust. Wonderful things occur.
Marcela paints a picture of what it is that she's dreaming that makes it seem so logical and attainable and beautiful and right and fun. It's like, well, how could you not do it?
Well, we have an array of programs throughout the year. The first event or program was Día del Niño, Children's Day celebration.
The thing about partnering with the Mexican Cultural Center around Dia is that it was always clear that we needed to let them do it. And in watching how they provided programming to our community, we began to understand what we needed to do to really welcome people to the Museum of Nature and Science.
We started our celebration back in 1994 with approximately 350 families and children. With the support of the Denver Art Museum, we started inviting the History Colorado and Denver Central Library, Clifford Steele Museum, the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and it just started to grow.
Through the Mexican Cultural Center and Marcela's ability to partner and collaborate with other organizations, she grew the Día del Niño to become a very diverse and inclusive event.
Our slogan is Día del Niño, celebrating all children. So this is not just a Latino celebration for Latino children, this is a celebration for everyone.
And it grew from one venue to multiple events over a 2-week period.
Everybody comes. Like, we've seen 17,000 people on a Día del Niño day. Nobody wants to miss it. And once they've come once, they want to come again.
I hope that it was an appreciation to Mexico, to its people, and to its culture. I hope that people see Mexico with a different eye, looking at what unites and not what separates us in the challenging times and divisiveness.
I am extremely proud of my Mexican ethnicity. It's the dance, it's the cuisine, it's the art. It's just something of great pride for me to be able to not only experience it, but have others experience it.
When I think about the scale of impact that Marcela and the Mexican Cultural Center have had, there's all the people, the hundreds of thousands of people that have been impacted directly. But then there's the fact that there are people who had never been to the museum and they were like, hey, actually, this is kind of fun. I think I'll come back. And so there's this huge ripple effect of interconnections.
I think that's when we start looking at each other as a one community, not different communities. And we're open to learn from each other, and not just about Mexico, but about each other as humans.